Okay, so how to work with the people who have a different style of work or different style of thinking or even different values. And I like this question because each of these three different points are important. So first of all, with the different working styles, we have also different type of energy, or what we call the 5 energy modes. And so the 5 energy modes are push, pull, stop, allow, and neutral. So in push mode, we're pushing energy. We're using our will and we want to move forward, and so the energy is moving aggressively forward, maybe aggressively. We can also push gently if we learn how to do it, but often in the workplace the push is not gentle, right? Often very aggressive push. And then we have pull mode. When we're in pull mode, we're pulling energy towards us. And so sometimes the person who is kind of sucking energy, they want you to do it for them, right? And maybe they ask nicely, please, and put a nice smile or whatever else, or maybe they say, oh, poor me, can you please do it for me, right? But anyway, they're pulling energy towards themselves. The next mode is push-pull-stop mode. And so very often if somebody has a strong push, somebody else is going to have a stop, right? No, I don't want you to, and you can't make me, okay? And usually the arms will cross and there's all sorts of expression of stop. And in this case, the energy just, they don't want anything to move at all. The next energy mode is allow. And allow is just allowing the energy to go wherever it's going to go. And at first this might sound like a good thing, but some people are too much in allow, right? And if some work doesn't get done, oh well, it doesn't matter. We're all spiritual here, so it's okay, right? That's the unhealthy version of allow. And the last one is neutral. Neutral is really, it's not any of those modes. It's just, it's really kind of like if you're driving a car, you sometimes shift into neutral before you go into another gear. So you don't have to think about neutral too much. So it's really the push, pull, stop, and allow that are the important modes to pay attention to. And as you start to recognize what your habit is, so you probably have a habit of which mode, energy mode, you use the most, and then which you use second, and which energy mode you avoid. Okay? There's usually one or two of them that you don't want to do at all. So some people really will never ever push, but sometimes you need to push. Right? Some people will never pull, they'll never ask for something that they need. They'll never ask for help. Well, that doesn't work very well. Sometimes you need to ask for help. Some people will never stop and say no, they just allow, all right? And then they end up getting used by the other people around them. They need a healthy stop to say no. And then sometimes you need to allow, to just say, okay, I'm going to go with the flow of the group or the decision. I'm not going to get attached to what I want. So you need to be able to identify how the energy modes live in you, how you use them habitually. And then you can also start to look around you at others and what kind of energy modes that they are using. And then you can learn what is the appropriate response to their energy mode. So if somebody is in push, sometimes it's better to go into allow than to go into stop. Because if you go into stop, they're just going to push harder. Right? And so through understanding that, you can have better outcomes. You can also learn to use these 5 energy modes in their more higher aspects rather than their habitual or defensive aspects. Just understanding these 5 energy modes will help you to understand a lot of the dynamics in the workplace and why a lot of the conflicts become what they are. So that's really the first thing about working with the different styles of how you work in the workplace.